Hello and welcome back to Here We Tow. Today I'm at Camp UK in Lincoln and I'm here to review this. It's the Carado T459 Pro Plus. This motorhome is built on the Fiat Ducato. It has the 2.2 litre diesel engine, 140 horsepower, and this one here at Camp UK has the automatic transmission. The Pro Plus package gives us plenty of extras though on top of the standard Carado T459. And as we go around, I'll point those out for us. Size-wise, this motorhome is 7 metres and 39 centimetres in length. It's 2.3 metres wide and it's 2.9 metres in height. Weight-wise, it's got a gross vehicle weight of 3,500 kilos or 3.5 tonnes, so you can drive this on your Category B licence. Right, let's make a start at the front. As I say, it is on the Fiat Ducato. We are getting the Carado badge here. And then what I do like is we've got this black gloss finish here, as you can see. We also have it down here. And on the light cluster, we have it around the light, and it's also embossed just here, the full LED technology. So we're getting nice LED headlights. Now, part of the Pro Plus package standard on top of the standard model is that we're getting a sunroof there above the cab, if you can see that from there. So that's part of the extras on the Pro Plus and Style Pack. Let's make our way down the near side. We are getting the 16-inch Fiat alloy wheels. On the wing mirrors, these are electrically operated. And then coming down is a silver cab with silver sides. I believe you can spec it with the silver cab if you want to do that. The decals, silver and blue. And as we come down, we find our electric hookup point here on the offside. Part of the extras on the Pro Plus is this two-lay wind-out awning. It is complemented with the awning light just a little bit further down the motorhome. And then on the offside, we have our habitation door. We'll see inside when we go in. We are getting the electric step as well on this one. You can see the Dometic tower vent, so big fridge freezer internally. And then coming down, there is the garage. Now I'll open this up for us. Now this model, it does have an island bed. There is also a twin bed or longitudinal bed model, so I'll show you that both the layouts. But because this is island bed, the garage is a little bit lower in height, although it's still absolutely huge. You've got a lot of floor space here, really good depth to it. There is a little light, I'll just bob that on as well. So you can see in there what a great size garage this is. And just under here, there is a plug socket as well. So if you wanted to plug in to charge e-bikes or use a teppanyaki or some sort of cooking device outside, you can. So a really good sized garage here. Right, let's close this door up and venture around the rear. So at the rear of the Carado, now bearing in mind the price point of this motorhome, it's very good value, but we're not getting a basic back end. We've got this really nice LED light cluster that you can see running the length of it. I do like that. And then we've got the Carado badge. We don't have a reversing camera as standard on here. We have got a high-rise or highlight brake light up there. The Pro Plus here to indicate the model that we've got, and the 459. So that's the rear end. I quite like this. Right, come on, let's go off down the near side. So we have got a second garage door, and in here we're going to find our gas locker. So this motorhome will take two 11-kilo gas bottles. They're going to fit in there. Just close that up. And then after that, we're going to head on to our water filler point. So our freshwater filler is here. This motorhome has a 122-litre freshwater tank and a 92-litre waste tank. The waste tank on the Pro Plus is insulated as well. Carrying on down the near side, we've got our cassette point here for the toilet. Then we've got the vent for the Truma air-blown heating. It's got the Truma 6E, so it'll work on gas and electric, and that's going to give you your air-blown heating and your hot water. Finishing off, we've got our diesel filler point here. This motorhome has come with the 90-litre diesel tank, which is great if you do long distance journeys, so you're not filling up all the time at the petrol station, or diesel in this case. So there we have it. That is the exterior of the Carado T459 Pro Plus. What we need to do next is dive in and take a closer look. So the habitation door on the off side, there is a blind here in this window. We've then got a couple of little storage compartments and that electric step that I obviously mentioned before. Let's go in and have a look at the interior of the motorhome. So as we come in, now the T459, this is an island bed layout. This particular one is a 3-berth with 4 travel seats. You can have optional berths and there are several different layouts. You can get a T457 which has longitudinal beds. I'm actually going to show you those beds as well as this layout, so we'll come to that shortly. There's also a T447 layout, which has the longitudinal beds, but it has a bench-style lounge instead of this dinette. So I'll put a link down there and you can have a look at the different layouts that are available. Now, as we come in, this one, we've got our automatic gearbox. We've got a digital instrument cluster, which is just up there. We are getting the traction control and the hill descent on this one, and air conditioning up here in the cab. As you'll see, there's no radio or infotainment system there. You can have one of those fitted if you want, but at this price point, that's not standard. I personally would want that fitting for me. We've got cup holders down there. And then we do get Remis blinds, part of the Pro Plus. You're getting Remis blinds all the way around. And then, as I mentioned when we were outside, this is the big sunroof with blind and fly screen that you're getting as part of this package. Our 2 chairs, the captain's chairs, they swivel. Then there's this dinette lounge. These are a fairly good length. I do like these, I must say. And you're getting the folding table. The benefit being is when you unfold it, you've got a massive area for dining, whether that be for 2, 3, 4, or even up to 6 people if you have people round. In terms of the berths, as I say, this particular one is a 3-berth. So we've got 2 berths at the back with the bed, and then this here converts into another bed. So this would be a 3rd berth here at the front of the motorhome. Right, I'll start making my way down. So we have windows on the near side and the off side. This one here on the off side is a little bit smaller. We are getting the plastic blinds and the Remis fly screens on all of these windows. Cupboard space. There are plenty of generous sized cupboards. I'll just open this one up so you can see in there. A good height and a good depth. And this cabinetry, got a nice, it's a matte finish, but it's a nice colour as well. It's quite calming in here. We've got another huge locker here on the near side. I'll just come round and pop this open for us. Pulling that open there, so you can see in there again. And these latches, they're really strong as well. So certainly well made, good German manufacturing. Now I'll start coming back. In the roof, there's another sunroof here. And then we move back above the kitchen and there's another one here. So these are great for light and ventilation. I'll start here on the off side of the motorhome where we came in. We've got a couple of hooks here, this long mirror, a handle for helping yourself in. There's the electric step button, and then also just under here, I just push that. There's a little flap there, and you've got some storage under that bench seat. If you're wondering about USBs, just down here, there's actually 2 USB chargers and a plug socket as well. And continuing on the theme of down there, this flooring, I really like this wood effect flooring here that you can see. That's a nice finish as well. So it does actually give quite a good quality feel for the price point. Moving along, on the near side, we find the kitchen. Now this, I'll say this is almost the only sort of little compromise that I found. So this is a 7.39 metre motorhome, but what we are getting is a good sized kitchen unit. So we've got worktop space here and here. We've got 2 gas burners under there. It's pretty standard on European motorhomes not to have electric, so 2 gas burners. Then we are getting the Thetford gas oven and grill. Under there, there's this nice little drawer, and they are soft close as well if I push that. And then under here, we've got our bin, and we've got a cutlery tray as well. I'll come to the compromise in a minute. So close that up. Above the kitchen, we've got another good size locker space. There is a plug socket under here as well if you wanted to use a kettle or a coffee machine, so you can put that there. And then we've got the sink, round sink, and the small cover. Now, when I talk about a compromise, the only issue that I can see a few people having, and to be fair, I might, is that there's nothing to separate the kitchen space here from this bench seat. So if you were to spill something over the edge or knock it, you could make a mess of your upholstery. So that, to me, I appreciate there's a little bit here, but I'd like to have seen something else here. So that is the only compromise that I've found there. So that is our kitchen space that we're getting. And on the off side, now this is definitely not a compromise, we have got the 156 litre Thetford fridge and the separate freezer compartment. That is a huge fridge and freezer, and that's always a plus for me. Moving up, there's the control panel here for the motorhome. This is where you control your battery and your water levels. And then there's the control for the Truma air-blown heating and hot water. And just above that, I'll pull this up. If you're wondering where your television is, you've got a pull-out bracket here. The only thing to consider is if you are a bit smaller like me, is getting into there to pull that television out. But I like that it's kept away, it's stowed away, which is also really good when you're travelling as well. So I do like that. And then just underneath, if I drop that down, there's a little storage compartment, probably for shoes or something like that. Right, if you just stay there a moment, we'll move further back. So that is the main living space. At the price point, I like that. Now, the reason I say to stay there, as we move back, we're now going to find the centre washroom. This door here, which is part of the toilet and washroom on the near side, this does go across, and that'll separate these two areas. I'll open that again, and you can come back through. So if you want to come back through here, we'll have a look at the shower. The shower, what I do like, we're getting a separate shower and washroom. So on the off side of the motorhome, there is a rail here to hang our wet towels, the sunroof there for ventilation and letting light in. The shower itself, there is a tray for shower gels, and then the space for the shower. I'll just step in so you can get an idea of size. There's a little bit of intrusion from the wheel arch there, but there's not much we can do about that, unfortunately. And then obviously the space around me with the screens. Right, let me dive out. We'll do the washroom as we come round. So I'll move into the bedroom space. There is another privacy screen here. This is going to pull across and close on this side. So you've got the door and this screen. Now into the bedroom. This is the island bed layout. I'll go this way. This is the island bed layout. This bed, it's 195 centimetres long and it's 160 centimetres wide. So a good size island bed. Now stepping up, each side of the bed has an illuminated wardrobe. You can see the rail there, and what I like is it actually is divided, so you've got sort of storage for loose clothes or bedding or towels down there, and then you can hang items there. So you've got one on each side. You also have the overhead lockers as well, and the LED lights underneath, and the headboard is sort of a grey colour as well, so it doesn't just have a blank wall. We have got something finishing it off there, as you can see if you get under there. So, and I'll just point out as well, there are some USB chargers on those little lights just on the side there. So there is somewhere to charge your gadgets as well. I'll just step down from here. Now under the bed, so if I just bend down, we've got additional storage under the bed as well. You can see under there, and that's also giving you access to your fresh water tank. These are further cushions for up in the lounge. I'll close that. Right, so that is the T459 island bed. Let's go and have a quick look at the T457 longitudinal beds to get an idea of that layout. So let's go have a look at that layout next. This is the bedroom space in the T457 longitudinal beds. These are 200 centimetres in length and 80 centimetres in width. You can use it as a double if you want. As you can see, you've got the cushion, there's an additional cushion, and it will make a massive double bed. So this is another option if you want. The bedroom space in this, we have a little alcove section, and then at the back there's two lockers, overhead lockers. We can see in there for storage, and the same as the 459, there's the little lights underneath and they've got the USBs. Let's have a look at some of the storage down here. So stepping down, the 457, you are going to get little wardrobe space under the bed there on that off side. It is illuminated. And then onto the near side, there's another compartment here, and again same under that bed for storage. And then just in the floor space here, just lift this up, there's an alcove space there. That could maybe be good for shoes or storing drinks during travelling or something like that. But a handy little space and a good use of that storage there. So that is the bedroom space on this layout of the T457. Let's go back to the 459. So now we've seen the longitudinal bed and the island bed, so you can decide whether you prefer the 457 or the 459, depending on which you like. Let's finish off in the washroom. So as we come back round on the near side, I'll open that door. We have got the mirror in the door and some more rails for the towels. And then coming through, there's the Thetford swivel toilet, and then a cupboard here for toiletries. There isn't a separate bar, so what I would say, now this is another compromise for me, when you're travelling, once you stop, you may find things have moved because there's nothing to hold them back. So just be careful when you reopen that. So that's just one thing to point out. There's also a little shelf there. There's the other hecky there, couple of hooks, and then under the sink, we've got a drop-down flap there, the toilet roll holder. You can store items under there. And then the sink. The sink, although it's a good length, it is quite shallow, but at least you haven't got intrusion from a cabinet. We've just got a mirror with lighting. So that's our washroom. So to be fair, not a bad little washroom at the price point of 78,500. I like that. And I like how it separates and the space to get changed here. Right, let's venture back up here. Right, there we go. So as we come back through, we can see our kitchen space and we can see our lounge area. That was a look at the Carado T459 Pro Plus here at Camper UK. Obviously the Pro Plus has got a few more bits on it than the standard, and I think a lot of these are things that many people would want. The price is very competitive. If you compare it against other manufacturers and what you're getting, I do think the Carado is a good choice. German manufacturer, they are well built and they do have very few problems. Many dealers will tell you that. So they are a reliable motorhome. This one again, 3.5 tonnes, so you can drive it on your Category B driver's licence, which is a bonus for many people, and it has got that huge garage. I personally would be wanting my infotainment and satellite navigation. I'd probably want a reversing camera. I would add a solar panel, and the only compromise is literally that the kitchen does just seem to merge into the lounge and there's nothing to divide it. That is really the only compromise. Other than that, I've been quite impressed with the Carado. So there we go. Hopefully you've enjoyed having a look around. Thank you to Camper UK who have let us come and film a review of this. So as always, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.